All right, we're back, and this is Lance. I'm Lance. This is Eric.
How you doing?
And I know you guys apparently want some shorter videos, and I know this is more brand new to me, so I'm just learning. You know, I made some hideously long ones apparently. Want some funny stories out there. It also shows you what it's like to live life daily as a homeless person, dealing with law enforcement. You never know what you're gonna run into. So Eric and I tell stories off camera.
Yes.
He's gonna bring some up, and I think he was one he wants to ask about now.
Yeah, we were off camera, but he told a story a little bit, but he didn't tell the details. So I was going to ask you. At one time, he said, "I don't want to smell pork." And
I don't.
Oh, pig. My bad.
No, I don't want to smell pork.
Oh, okay. I had it right.
Right the first time.
Okay. That was what I was going to ask him.
That's
So
fine.
go ahead, tell me.
It's kind of a funny story, and this is again, if I tell you in other videos, how I address how I respond to police officers always is in response to how they approach me. And he did not come up with a very good approach, and you'll hear. Okay, hopefully this goes by quick.
Sorry for the noise.
So I'm sitting, there's three businesses in a row in this tiny strip mall type thing, where one business was vacant for over 10 years, and it was Little Caesars and Family Video that come up in other stories. But so I would sit off to the side in front of the vacant business, and people would come in and out of Little Caesars, and I would read a book, and they would come over and offer me pizza. And frequently, and it's funny, one time someone gave me a brand new pizza, and oh, sorry. Go away, cat. So someone had just given me a brand new pizza. I was like, someone had given me a brand new pizza, and I'm sitting with my lap, and someone else comes up with a pizza and tries to give it to me. Well, they gave it to me. So the next person says, "Would you like a pizza?" I got two pizzas in my lap. You know, they said, "Would you like money then?" Well, you know, of course, thank you. I really appreciate some money. You know, that helps a lot. Thank you. Really bless you. So I'm sitting off to the side like I normally do, and it was slow. It was just after closing at Little Caesars, so I was finishing reading my book. There was a nice overhang with lights on, stayed on till midnight there. And, so I'm laying down, reading my book on my side, and here come two cop cars, 4 officers this time, and I'm laying down, and the first guy says, "You can't sleep here." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not sleeping. I'm reading the book that's in front of me." And he goes, "No, it sure looks like you're sleeping."
Yeah.
And so I sit up, set my book down, you know, and like I normally do when I know I'm going to have to spend some time interacting with law enforcement, especially when they send 4 strong, you know, for me laying there sleeping.
Dang.
So, yeah, 4 strong for a man sleeping, trespass. So I sat up. I dig out my pack of smokes, you know, and I pull out my lighter, you know, inside. I rustle a cigarette out of my pack and pop it in my mouth. And I dig my lighter out, and I reach it like that. And as soon as I have my lighter up, he slapped the cigarette out of my mouth. Slapped it right out, like with the quickness. So I'm looking in shock, you know. And he didn't hit my face, but damn was close. So I set my lighter on the ground. Well, he puts his foot on top of my lighter, slides it across the concrete, and kicks it off into the grass. And I'm like, okay. And I said, I'm like, well, it's going to be one of those nights. It's going to be one of those nights, right?
Oh, it'll be rough.
A cop night. So I said, what'd you have to do that for? And he says, well, I didn't want to have to smell it. And I looked, as quick as that. I said, well, I didn't want to smell pork either, but it doesn't really have a choice right now, does it? And he says, you don't have to be like that with me. You don't have to talk like that with me. Why are you saying that? And I said, well, why'd you slap the cigarette out of my mouth? You know, you can't sleep here. And I said, no, why'd you slap the cigarette out of my mouth?
Yeah.
You know. Anyways, so I end up in handcuffs, you know, because I'm a smart ass. And again, I'm allergic to alcohol. And when I drink alcohol, I break out in handcuffs. So I'm in the back of the car, and the officer drags my backpack. A different officer drags my backpack over and says, well, you know, anything in here we need to know about, we're taking to county jail. And I know in county jail, they throw away any alcohol. If you show up, if it's sealed, it doesn't matter. They will throw away in Greene County your alcohol, and they will throw away your lighters, which sucks when you come out with a fresh pack of cigarettes in jail and you don't have a damn lighter. I should have sold lighters outside that jail. So anyways, so I'm sitting in the back of the car in silver bracelets, you know, and this cop, was asking me about my backpack, anything in it I got to declare or I'm worried about. And I said, my alcohol, man. I said, I just found my last, it was like $2.25 a can for 3 cans.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any more money. I didn't even have bus fare to get back from jail. But I said, they're going to throw it away. And man, I said, that's the last. I said, I'm going to go through PTs. They're going to book me and release me. I'll make my way back and I'll be shaking. He takes my backpack away and then come back 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
And he says, hey man, he says, I put all your beers stacked up behind this big green electrical box, one that you see in places.
Sorry.
Yeah. And he said, it's in that corner back behind there. And he says, can't guarantee it'll be there in the morning.
Oh, shit.
But sure enough, in the morning I had to fly my $1.35 bus fare sign, my secret weapon to make money to get on the bus and get enough money to buy a big tall beer too at the same time. So I made my way back and I went back behind that electrical box, and sure enough, they're all 3 stacked up there, still cold from being out overnight, and I was shaking, so I was a happy boy. So that's.
You should have thanked that officer.
I know. I wish I could have. I wish I could have gone online and done one of those thank an officer, praise an officer.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that's the story I have that you asked about.
Yeah.
I didn't want to smell pork, but I didn't really have a choice. So
bad choice of words. I'm just saying. I was like,
Anyways.
wow.
So
they
in that story right now, and maybe we'll talk about Little Caesars in another story. That was a money maker for me, and I never went hungry around there when I was living in that spot in Springfield. I might have ate a lot of carbs and a lot of grease, but I was well fed. And thank you, Little Caesars down there at Golden Republic, for keeping me alive and raising my cholesterol. Anyways, we're going to end the story at that right now, and we'll have another video for you soon. And hopefully share this and like and subscribe and all that.
Yes.
We're supposed to say like and subscribe.
Yep.
And hit the bell, something he always tells me.
Yep.
Yeah, share this. And on a serious note, this is all about, how homeless people are treated on a regular basis by law enforcement. Didn't take 4 officers if I was sleeping next to a vacant business. It was just the neighborhood, and I looked out of place, and I was out of place, for that. Air quotes, I was out of place for that. But, hell, my mom lived 10, 15-minute walk away. I couldn't live there because, of my alcohol problem. But this video, again, tells what the interactions with law enforcement can be expected on a regular basis. That's why I carried an attitude with me, because you never know which attitude they're carrying. And I don't like to be bullied, especially when I don't deserve it. Yeah. So, I dealt with it a lot. So that's why, again, please learn, you can learn some empathy for these people. When you see them with the cops, you don't know what's going on. And when you don't see them with the cops, when they're behind buildings and other places that are hidden, you really don't know what's going on. So anyways, like, subscribe, hit the button for the bell, or whatever that is all about, and share. Please do share.
Yes, please.
So we'll have some more stories for you. Hopefully, also show you some relevant examples of society's treatment and law enforcement's treatment of homeless people.
Yes.
No, I didn't. Damn it.